Sup everyone, I'm your female otaku and I'm here to review episode 2 of Princess Principal, and this episode was even better than the first. Wow, I just love the atmosphere of it. There was no action in this episode. It was very dialogue heavy, but the tension was real, man. It was so intense. I absolutely loved this episode. Oh my gosh, wow. I also really love the tactics because these really are spies, and with this episode we actually go back to the beginning as to how the team first formed. So we don't see the ninja girl, and I think we're missing one more girl if I remember correctly, but we have it to where Ange is a transfer student at the academy and she acts like a clumsy girl when obviously she isn't. And her and Dorothy actually know each other. They went to the same orphanage. And Dorothy just so happens to be 20, so she's not a high school student. I actually really like that. It's not just cute high school girls just disguising themselves as regular high school girls. No, they're actually different ages. And as for the princess, well, now we get to find out how she became a spy, and it turns out, well, let me explain a little further actually. We had this really great scene with the princess and her assistant. And the princess, Princess Charlotte, she says to her assistant or the servant girl, whatever you want to call her, oh no, her name is Beatrice. She was talking to Beatrice and was saying, hey, if you were confronted by the angel and the devil, who would you tell lies to? And Beatrice said, oh, well, I'd tell lies to the devil, right? Because like the angels, they are nothing but truthful. And Charlotte says, oh, really? Well, in that case, I'd rather tell lies to the angel and trust the devil. And this conversation was taking place as Ange was disguising herself as the princess, which they oddly look a lot alike. Ange disguised herself as the princess to get the key from one of the Duke of Normandy's, tools, we'll call him. This guy was holding a key to a vault that the Duke needed and was going to use for his own personal uses instead of for what the original plan was. Ange was acting like the angel, was acting like a goddess, and was telling lies to this man so that she can get the key from him, and he trusted her. Why? Because she's a princess. She is an angel. And then it turns out the actual princess herself, Princess Charlotte, is in fact the devil, because she ends up turning the tables on Dorothy and Ange, saying that she will expose them being spies unless they recruit her to their side and make sure they are able to make Charlotte queen, even though she's fourth in line to the throne. And then at the very end of the episode, we find out that Ange and Charlotte are twins. And then Princess Charlotte was like, welcome home, Charlotte. So I'm just like, wait, so is Ange actually Charlotte and Charlotte is actually Ange? What's going on? Is Ange actually royalty? Are they not really royalty at all? I have no idea what the heck happened. But like I said, this episode was amazing. And before I watched the episode, I had to listen to the opening a few times because man, that opening is so good. And it was just so intense. I love the atmosphere, and they really are spies through and through, doing things that spies would do instead of what assassins would do. It was so much fun. Let me know your thoughts on this episode. If you're enjoying it, if you thought it went downhill, please let me know, because Princess Principal is really getting good, at least for me. I'm your female otaku. Sayonara.